Each team one possession, each team a score. 7-7 as they kick it off. This one is fielded in the end zone, but he decides not to bring it out. So he'll take over at the 30-yard line.
Yeah, running with it. I should probably shout a hit, boy, because I got all the hits, boy. All that Drake, you got to chill. I be on my little mouse drip. All that rapping, pay your bills. Yeah, I'm on some rappers, pay my bills. I'm on some
They'll run with the second-round pick in the April draft. And that's the way you want to run it on first down. A gain of 7.
The gain of 7 brings up 2nd and 3 at the 37-yard line.
Here's 2nd and 3 to go. From the gun, here's McCarthy. The pressure, too much, and he goes down.
The best thing they did here, Mike, is keep their rush lane integrity. What that means is you have to rush the quarterback as a unit. Keep him in the pocket. Keep him on that X. And when you do, man, he becomes a sit and duck for this pass rush.
A throw right side is intercepted. And he'll be taken down, and there is a flag on the play. This is going to be a huge call. First and 10 now from the 36. Young hands it to Hubbard. And he'll be stacked up at the line of scrimmage. No gain on the play.
You could just see the frustration on the running back's face as he's getting helped up off the ground. Like, there was just nowhere to go from the moment he was handed the ball. Give credit to the defense. Great job.
They'll try again here. 2nd and 10. The tight end Ertz in motion. Throwing on 2nd down, Young. And that is incomplete. Travis Kelce, the intended target. And it's going to bring up 3rd down.
Pretty clear approach here, Mike. You're just trying to take advantage of the size of your tight end versus a smaller defender. And you're just saying box him out and go up for an offensive rebound and get the ball at its highest point. In this case, it falls incomplete. But if they continue to get that matchup, this quarterback's not going to shy away from giving his big tight end a shot.
Here's the pistol snap to Young. That's deep for the back of the end zone. That is caught. What a throw. Travis Kelce. Touchdown, Carolina. On is McPherson for the extra point. It's up and good. Panthers will move out to a 14-7 lead. The kickoff team is out on the field, and we're back to it as the kick's away. The return team going to let that one go. It'll go through the end zone. It's a touchback. So they come to the line for 1st down and 10. From the shotgun, it's a throw for McCarthy. Taking this one downfield for Hockenson.
He's usually such a reliable target in the passing game, but we just don't see him struggle to come down with catches like that all too often. And when you're one of the go-to guys on your team, I know the hit's coming, but guess what? It feels a lot better after you take that hit after a catch than it does after a drop.
Over the middle, he fits it into Dobbs. And he gets this to the 40. That's about a yard short of the 1st down, so we'll have 3rd down coming up.
Well, it goes without saying. You want to play wide receiver in the NFL, Mike. How well can you change directions? How fast can you get your body from one direction to another? And when you can cut like this guy, I'm not sure how you guard him.
They'll try and run it here, and it's Chubb. He's going to have a Vikings first down. At least at first glance, they'll spot the football just beyond the marker. They find a way to convert on 3rd and inches. To throw, it's McCarthy. And he got rid of that one quickly before the receiver even knew what was going on. That's incomplete.
It's rare to see an offense that finds themselves trailing and say, well, their quarterback's been actually one of their biggest bright spots. Usually that doesn't go hand in hand, so it's a little surprising to see him miss a throw like that on a day where he's completed passes at a highly efficient rate.
McCarthy to the air on 2nd down. He's got his man, Devontae Adams. And they'll have it across midfield down at the opposing 46-yard line.
And the Vikings first down. First and 10 at the 46-yard line.
On 1st and 10, it's McCarthy. Laying out, and he made the catch. What a play. It's been a busy first quarter for him so far. His 3rd catch goes for a first down.
First down. First and 10 at the 33-yard line.
On the ground, it's Chubb. And he'll be taken down, and that's going to do it. That's the last play of the first quarter. 1 quarter in the books. 14-7 is our score. More from the Twin Cities in a moment. Look them up on a 2nd down and 8. To throw is McCarthy. That's caught left side by Hawkinson. And he's very close to a touchdown. They mark him just shy of the goal line.
If you want to score points at a high level in the NFL, you have to generate explosive plays. And after that big chunk pass play, they find themselves now down there in the red zone. And this is where you have to finish drives.
From the 1-yard line, first down and goal. Here's Chubb. No, he's not going to get in. In fact, they've shoved him backwards.
I'd like to see that running back be a little bit more decisive with his cut, Mike. You can see he was a little hesitant, and once you're late making that decision, you just kind of get strong laterally. Great job there by the defense, and he has no choice but to take that loss.
They'll run with Chubb, and he'll just get up inside those big bodies up front, and he's pinned. Nick Chubb, touchdown Vikings. That's his 2nd touchdown of this one, and he's got a half dozen for the year. What a standout performance early on in this one. That his 2nd rushing touchdown of the game.
And some backs, Mike, they just have a sense of finding the end zone and being able to finish off these runs. That's exactly what this guy has been able to do today, and we're just getting started.
So back to level after the touchdown. In time for the kickoff. Here comes a return from the end zone. And he will only be able to muster the 20-yard line on that return. Here's 1st and 10. Now Young. And the rush gets home. He'll go down. They got him. Work to do now as they come up on 2nd and long. The Panthers will take their first timeout. A second down throw for Young. He's going to air this one out. That ball incomplete. Got the hands in there to break it up. Would have been a big gainer. Instead, it sets up a third down.
I'm not going to sit here, Mike, and throw the guy a parade for ultimately what was an incompletion, but can we just take a second to appreciate the arm strength he was able to show there? I mean, I think that ball is over 60 yards in the air, and I wouldn't be surprised if they continue to just air it out and see if they can complete one of those.
Now a timeout for Carolina. That's going to be their second. Third and long. From the gun, it's Young. He's going to try it here again. That's hard! And they're going to have this all the way down inside the 30-yard line.
A gain of 59 yards. First down, 3-3.
A give up the middle, it's Hubbard. Now they are in business inside the 15-yard line.
Wow, this is the advantage to having a really effective passing game, Mike, as the defense now tries to adjust to stopping you through the air. It's a lot easier to mix it up and run the ball. There's a lot less defenders in there trying to stop it.
He's going nowhere. Going to lose yardage on that play.
And you can tell pretty quickly, Mike, that once the quarterback started chopping his feet, that there was nowhere for him to go. Great job by the defense, not only reading quarterback run, but getting him down behind the line.
After the loss of 3, it is 2nd and 13. The tight end Ertz in motion. On 2nd down, Young. There he goes again.
Well, let's give credit here to the coverage unit, Mike. There was nowhere to go with the ball for that quarterback. He had no choice but to just tuck it down himself, and he's able only to pick up a short gain.
Good drive so far, but this is a big hurdle. It is 3rd and 10. Out of the shotgun, Young. That into the hands of Hubbard.
Recognizing the blitz is just the first step in the process for a quarterback, understanding who you can account for with the protection and then who you can't account for. That's where your hot receiver comes in. He points to his receiver, who the defender they're hot off of. That guy comes, gets the ball out of his hand, and results in a completion. It's always a little bit of a letdown, Mike. You find yourself deep in the red zone, and you have to settle for a short field goal like that. In this case, he's able to put it through, and they get 3.
And no chance to return this one. Through the end zone for a touchback. They'll break the huddle. Coming up now for 1st and 10. On the ground, it's Chubb to start this drive. And he'll get forward for a couple. It's 2nd down. Setting up to throw is McCarthy. He'll complete it to Adams. And he's going to be taken down as we hit 2-minute warning here in this first half. 3rd down, 3 to go. try and run it with Walker. This will not do the trick. They've stopped him behind the line. Fourth down coming up.
A loss of 2 yards.
They'll go. Here's McCarthy. That's over the middle and intercepted. Picked off by Demario Davis.
So this is where an offensive play caller needs to come to the rescue of his quarterback, because this defense, they're onto you. They've got 2 picks. They're starting to pick up on your tendencies. They're shifting guys over to counter them. Now you've got to add some wrinkles. Now you've got to throw them a curveball and try to shift back some of that advantage to your side of the ball.
On the give, it's Hubbard. And not much there. He's back to the original line. No gain on that one.
Sometimes there's just nowhere to go, right? We ask these running backs, Mike, to do a lot of work, find space, create something out of nothing. Well, this time, he was able to create nothing out of nothing.
Back to throw, Young. A quick slant that is caught by Kelsey. And they're going to be set up right around the 10-yard line. Young to throw on 1st and 10. This one caught at the 4. And he's in. Travis Kelsey. Touchdown, Panthers. His 2nd touchdown of this first half. McPherson, good on the extra point. And the Panthers go up by 10. 24-14 is their lead. Still a little time. Final minute of this first half. We'll see if they can do anything with this kickoff that is coming their way. Now, this is going to be returned from deep in the end zone. He'll get across the 20, mark him down at the 23-yard line.
At their own 23-yard line.
They'll come up here, 1st and 10. Working out of the shotgun, it is McCarthy. Now here's another ball that's intercepted. Picked off by Garrett Williams. And he is going to bring this one back. A DB's dream. A pick 6 for touchdown. McPherson now for the PAT. The kick is good. The Panthers add on one more as they extend their 2nd quarter lead. Still a little time. Final minute of this first half. We'll see if they can do anything with this kickoff that is coming their way. The return team going to let that one go. It'll go through the end zone. It's a touchback. McCarthy now to throw on 1st and 10. Oh, he puts another ball up for grabs, and this one's also intercepted. Picked off by T.J. Edwards.
Intercepted by the Panthers. They'll take over 1st and 10 at the 20-yard line.
Ready. Black open. White blue. Red, yellow. Hut, hut.
Young to throw on 1st down. And he'll take it on in. Xavier Legette, touchdown Carolina. 2 touchdowns for him now on the afternoon. McPherson, good on the extra point. And the Panthers are going to extend their lead.
Vikings 14.
Still a little time. Final minute of this first half. We'll see if they can do anything with this kickoff that is coming their way. And no chance to return this one. Through the end zone for a touchback. On 1st and 10, it's McCarthy. That one caught by Hawkinson. And they'll be set up now. Up past the 40 with that one. A fresh set of downs to work with. It is 1st down and 10. From the gun, here's McCarthy. To the left side, and Adams has it. And they're going to work this down inside the 45.
It's been a rough first half, but now as we approach halftime, Mike, you got to start getting some wins, and it could be something small like we just saw here. Some positive plays, build a little confidence on that sideline, so as you go into...
And they're going to get to him and take him down, taken back to the other side of midfield. Derek Brown, former 7th overall selection, gets the sack there. Throwing on 2nd down is McCarthy. Looking for Jefferson deep downfield. That's going to wind up incomplete. Not much time remaining. Time for one more snap here in this first half. 3rd and long. Throwing now, it's McCarthy. A ball deep for the end zone. That is going to be hauled in. He's got it. Justin Jefferson. Touchdown, Minnesota.
These are the plays that when you look back, like they ultimately decide the outcome of the game. There's no time left on the clock. All they're trying to do is take a shot into the end zone. You've got to get depth. You've got to have guys that can go up at high point and compete for the ball. And you've just got to knock this ball down and go into halftime.
The kick here is good. And one more point, and that takes us to the end of the first half. Coach, thank you. Not a rest at the break for the defensive coordinators, trying to figure out how to stop these offenses as we get ready for the second half. Very one-sided first half of action. Will we get a turnaround? Let's find out. The third quarter is underway. This is taken in at the goal line. And he will get cut down short, shy of the 20-yard line.
At their own 19-yard line.
Here we go. Here we go. Striker. 3-3. Red. Cycle. Green. Yellow. Green. Green. White. White. Red.
On 1st and 10, here's Young. He'll throw it left and has his running back. Nice gain here. He's going to be marked down at the 35-yard line.
A game of 16
Set to go now on 1st and 10.
First down.
They're going to run right over center with Hubbard. He'll push forward for about a yard. That's Andrew Van Ginkel in on the tackle. Here's 2nd and 9. To throw is Young. Nowhere to get away, and he's going to go down. So backed up after the sack, and now it's 3rd and long. Here's the pistol snap to Young. And taking a shot downfield for Kelsey. And on 3rd down, that ball incomplete. Travis Kelsey, the intended target. And it's going to be 4th down. And he'll be brought down. Short return. And they'll take over there.
Their own 41-yard line.
On 1st and 10, it's McCarthy. He'll get rid of it and complete it. And they will bring this into the red zone. Big connection inside the 20.
Those are the explosive pass plays that this team is going to continue to mine all day. And you could see pre-snap, the quarterback loved his matchup. He allowed his receiver to work downfield. Perfect throw, and now sets them up to try to see if they can finish this drive off with some points.
Nick Chubb, the intended target there. And that will lead to a 2nd down.
For the most part, he's been very accurate with the ball. I mean, he's completing over 60% of his passes, but because they haven't been able to get any big explosive plays, continue to push the ball downfield, hasn't really translated on the scoreboard just yet.
The tight end Hawkinson starts the motion. He's got it inside the 5. And he's into the end zone. Romeo Dobbs. Touchdown, Vikings.
Mike, this is a great example of a wide receiver who just truly understands the concept of spacing. When you're open, stay open. If you're not open, get open. And when you can do that and operate in the middle of the field, man, you are such a weapon and a reliable target for your quarterback. It's a great example of it here. He works to stay open, middle of the field, ball's on target. It's an easy touchdown.
Reichert out now, following the touchdown, as he kicks this one away. And we'll see a return here from his own end zone. Not much on the return. They'll stop him at the 17. On 1st down is Young. That's out to the flat, and it's complete. They'll gain 17 on that one. A very quick 1st down.
And if he's late with that throw, Mike, there's a really good chance a defender could have made a play on it. But he does a beautiful job. He puts the ball out in front of his shoulder, leads the receiver, and allows him to get upfield and pick up the 1st down.
Here's Young. And they'll get about 4 here as he is taken down.
It's not not the big play they were hoping for, but first down efficiency, staying ahead of the chains, is what every offense is trying to find, and it brings up a manageable second down.
A second down throw for Young. There's a short one caught by Sanders. He'll come up to 3rd and 3.
A 3-yard gain on the play brings up 3rd down.
Now Young. And that is incomplete. The pass intended for Xavier Legette. And it's going to lead to 4th down.
A rare miss for a quarterback that we've seen really come out on fire throughout this entire contest. I mean, his completion percentage, Mike, is well above league average, and frankly, it's really the biggest reason why they find themselves out in front.
On 4th down, Young. Got a man, it's Kelsey. Complete. And he's got another one. Travis Kelsey. Touchdown, Panthers. A 3-touchdown game for him. That's now 5 on the year. McPherson, good on the extra point. Panthers will extend this 3rd quarter lead. Both teams ready to go once more as the kick's away. The return team gonna let that one go. It'll go through the end zone. It's a touchback. This drive starts on the ground with Walker. And nothing on that one, back to the line of scrimmage, and that is it. Try again. It's 2nd and 10.
At the 30-yard line.
To throw is McCarthy. Taking a shot downfield for Adams.
We see this offense just continue to search for a spark. It's just this entire game, their execution's just been a little bit off, and now here in the second half, they find themselves down by multiple scores. They're going to have to connect on 1 or 2 of these big plays if they want to find themselves back in this one.
Here's a 3rd and 10. McCarthy from the gun here on 3rd down. That's caught left side by Hawkinson. 6 catches for him in the ball game now, and this one's good for a 1st down.
I know, I'm biased. But listen, you can't convince me, Mike, that there's a better option on the field, especially when you got a guy like this that on 3rd down or critical moments, that's where the ball needs to go. The size, the speed, the matchup problem.
And he will score! T.J. Hawkinson, touchdown Minnesota. Using the tight end to get to the end zone, Greg, it's your old position. You're very familiar with that. That catch and carry, what an ability for your tight end to take it to the house.
Yeah, and this was never really the strength of my game, Mike, but we're seeing so many tight ends around the league who not only are great at securing the catch and making the tough ones, but it's their ability to extend the play after the catch that's separating them, just like we saw here.
Reichert out now, following the touchdown, as he kicks this one away. That one's going to skip into the end zone for a touchback. The drive begins at the 20. Here's 1st and 10. Now Young. And no chance to turn and go. That one good for just a couple.
Outbreaking routes, Mike, especially outside of the numbers, everything is about the timing. If you're late with the throw, you're going to be watching that defensive back take that thing the other way for 6.
Throwing on second down, Young. He'll take a shot. Downfield for Kelsey. That's caught! And they bring him down there, but it is inside the 10. It is going to be 1st and goal.
When he continues to play at this level, Mike, it just makes this team so hard to beat. It's the combination of leading both long, sustained drives and being able to strike in bunches. It puts so much pressure on these defenses, and with the way today's game is gone, doesn't look like he has any plans on slowing down.
Inside the 5, it is 2nd and goal. Young going to give it to Brooks. And he will fight his way to the end zone. Jonathan Brooks. Touchdown, Carolina. Taking care of business on the ground to get the score. And, Greg, the big guys up front, they deserve some praise on that one.
Absolutely, Mike. And it really only takes one guy to distort the defense and win his block. But in this case, give credit to the entire unit. They did their job, and they reward their offense with a touchdown.
The kickoff team is out on the field, and we're back to it as the kick's away. And no chance to return this one. Through the end zone for a touchback. First and 10. From the shotgun, it's a throw from McCarthy. He'll get this over the middle to Jefferson. And they'll be set up now. Up past the 40 with that one.
Whatever they've talked about in the locker room at the halftime break seems to have worked. They've come out with a new established energy. You could see it when they took the field. Now this offense seems to be building on it because with that chunk play, just a little bit of rhythm that they can build off of. They got a long way to go to get back into this game, but so far off to a good start.
And they'll have it across midfield down at the opposing 46-yard line.
Really nice job there to move the chains early in this drive, but now as they approach midfield, continue to keep your foot on the gas. Don't get conservative. Don't start sitting on the ball. Cross midfield and go. Anytime you find yourself in your opponent's side of the field, you have to be thinking points. Up until that incompletion, they've done a really nice job on this drive, Mike, picking up fresh sets of downs. And typically, throwing the ball on first down is a great way to do it. But now they find themselves in 2nd and 10. Do you keep it in the air and try to get the first down here? Or is the idea to just make 3rd down manageable and take your chances picking up a key 3rd down?
Open man downfield, it's Hawkinson. His 8th reception of the game, and good for a first down.
That's good for the Vikings. First down. 1st and 10 at the 21-yard line.
So back and forth they go as we are through 3. You're watching the NFL on EA Sports. Dobbs headed in motion. McCarthy gonna look to throw again. That is caught. What a throw. Justin Jefferson. Touchdown Vikings. That is 2nd touchdown of the afternoon. Well, Greg, the light's still on way down at the end of the tunnel here. They are climbing back into this one with that touchdown here in the 4th quarter.
And they have a tall task ahead of them, Mike, but they have a chance. I mean, we've seen stranger things happen. They got a 2-possession game here late. They're going to need a couple stops, and they're going to need a couple things to bounce their way.
So down 2 scores, they're going to roll the dice here with an onside kick. The kickoff unit is out there, and they'll send this one away.
This is tough. You're trying to give your guys a chance and time it just right, but you have to hit it hard enough. This time, it doesn't go 10 yards. Not going to work out.
On the give, it's Hubbard. And he finds some space, tackled after a gain of 7 on first down. Second down and 3. Back to throw, Young. Oh, that may be the break they needed. That one's intercepted. Picked off by Mekhi Blackman. And the Vikings are going to have the football here at their own 35-yard line.
When you find yourself in this situation, Mike, you're on defense, you're defending your own goal line, you got to take some chances. You've got to try to force a turnover and make a play and get off the field. That's exactly what this defender did. Takes a chance, bets on himself, and comes away with a pick to save them some points.
6 catches for him in the ball game now, and this one's good for a first down.
This is a tale as old as time, Mike. It seems that any time a team forces a takeaway, fumble, or interception, the ensuing drive starts with a shot, a deep play in the air to try to seize on some of that momentum. We just saw a great example of it here.
And he's out of bounds, but not until he gets inside the 25-yard line.
First and 10 at the 21-yard line.
On first and 10, it's McCarthy. Oh, for the 5th time, he is intercepted. He works free, right side. And he's going to bring this one back the distance. Touchdown, Panthers. The defense is having a day. They extend the lead with Greg, their second pick 6 of the game.
And that's just something you don't see very often in the NFL, Mike. I mean, you might see a handful of games each year where there's 1 pick 6. But to get 2 pick 6s in the same game, this defense is on fire.
Both teams ready to go once more as the kick's away. And this one is fielded in the end zone, will not be returned. So it'll come out to the 30. Throwing here on first and 10 is McCarthy. The pressure gets there, and down he goes back inside the 20-yard line.
They just have to be better on first down. They've got to find a way to continue to operate ahead of the sticks, and I don't mind throwing it on first down. That is the best down in football to attempt to pass, but if they don't protect the passer, none of it's going to matter.
That's caught downfield by Jefferson. Catch number 7 so far in this one, and a first down.
First down. First and 10 at the 42-yard line.
Working out of the shotgun, it is McCarthy. To the left side, and Adams has it. His 5th catch of the afternoon. Good for a first down.
That's another Vikings first down.
From the gun, here's McCarthy. They go sideline, and he stays in bounds. Got the feet down in time. It's a first down. That's 2 catches on this drive, this one for 23 yards. So here's a 1st and 10 now, down inside the 20. To the air once more is McCarthy. He'll go right back to Jefferson. They connect again. That's catch 3 just on this drop. And it gets his team a 1st down.
And this is a tricky part of the game for any defense. You find yourself protecting a late lead, and the age-old question is, do you remain aggressive? Do you try to...
To the goal line and in. Davante Adams. Touchdown, Minnesota. Their head coach, 2 fingers in the air. They'll say no to the extra point and go for 2. On the handoff, this is Chubb. And he will bring it in for the 2-point conversion, cutting into that lead from 11, now down to 9. Even with 3 timeouts plus the 2-minute warning, they're going to try an onside kick. The kickoff unit is out there, and they'll send this one away.
Late in the game, this is where you see teams really start taking some chances. And boy, this was a big one, but it's not going to work out.
On 1st down, it is Hubbard. What more could you ask for on 1st down? Nice run of 8, setting up 2nd and short.
This just shows why you can't count on just one guy to take him down. He's a powerful enough runner. You gotta have guys coming in support when that first hit is made. It takes a team effort to stop him, especially once he gets going.
Another run here with Hubbard. He makes one-man miss, but stopped quickly as they hold him to a gain of 1. So now a timeout for the Vikings. That is their 1st. You've got to consider this an absolute must-stop defensively. It's 3rd down. He manages to get the throw away and completes it. And it looks like he's going to have a 1st down. Nothing fancy there. Short completion, but it yields a fresh set of downs.
At this point in the game, Mike, it really starts coming down to the number of possessions. So that's a huge 1st down conversion, fresh set of downs. Now, the balance is stay aggressive and maintain the ball, but also start working this clock.
On 1st and 10, here's Brooks. And he's fighting to try to get back to the line of scrimmage, but will not do it. This is going to be a loss of a yard.
At this stage in the 4th quarter, great job by the defense, understanding exactly what the offense is trying to do. They're trying to bleed the clock, shorten the game. They completely sold out to stop the run, able to take them down for a loss.
Here's a handoff to Hubbard. And he'll be taken down as the clock ticks towards 2 minutes to play. So, 2 minutes to play here in the 2nd half. Greg and I back on EA Sports after this. This defense in desperate need of a stop, and here comes 3rd down. They'll go again with Hubbard. And he's going to have a Panthers 1st down. It was 3rd and 5, and they picked up 7.
Wow, a little change in play call here, and that's typically not what we see at this down and distance. That's typically a passing down, Mike, but they catch the defense off guard, keep the ball on the ground, and they're able to pick up enough for the 1st down.
Here's a handoff to Brooks. And the Panthers are going to be set up with 1st and goal. He couldn't quite break the plane. They'll have it at the 1-yard line. They'll run with Hubbard. Powering forward. He's in. Chuba Hubbard. Touchdown, Carolina. On is McPherson for the extra point. He's got it. And the Panthers will open it up even further here in this fourth quarter. The kickoff team is out on the field, and we're back to it as the kick's away. And no thought of bringing this one out. He'll take a knee, and they'll take the ball at the 30-yard line. This is 1st and 10. They'll drop to throw. Taking this one downfield for Hawkinson. And he will take this one in. 70 yards. Touchdown, Minnesota. Well, that is a quick drive and the best way to finish it. The touchdown pass downfield. Greg, you rarely see a deep shot like that to start a drive.
You're right, Mike.
That is caught. They're going to get the 2 points. Don't go away just yet. They are back to within a score. A one-score game late. You figure they got to have this one as they'll try an onside kick. The kickoff unit is out there, and they'll send this one away.
That was their last shot. They've got no timeouts left. Now the offense can just simply come take the field. Best play in football, Mike. Victory formation, take a couple knees, get on with the win.
The defense still with all 3 timeouts at their disposal as the quarterback's down to a knee. Victory formation here as he's down to a knee. So that'll just about do it for Greg Olson and our entire team. I'm Mike Tirico. You've been watching the NFL on EA Sports. For more, log on to easports.com. So long, everybody.
I be happy. It's for all my not abandoned. For my ladies on stage, they clapping. Transaction, cause your mama need a mansion. Get cracked, put them in the. Can't forget the yellow brother in. Shed so many tears, lost 100 friends. Every time I see them, I'ma need that. Believe that. Label tryna give me feedback, tell me bring the streets back. Fans said they want 2015 Vince. Drop big fish, cuz been weak since. Damn, tell me how you really feel. All I wanted was a couple mil, make the city proud. Put it on for them, come and tear it down. What are you about? In the ghetto, I'm a Martian, crash landing. In them dirty apartments, stay shiny. I'll forever be the hardest, big time. Like New Orleans, real shine. Like the criminal, yeah. City in the ghetto, I'm a soldier. Where they at? Where they at? Money growing on trees, hanging on palm, spilling. Code 304, she don't want a 16. Renegade on up, make it. Buy a trees, no love, I'ma sleep with my Porsche 911, slide through the section. Gotta show my homies I'm on now. Both souls on the ground, never sold out. What you know about this? No glitz and glamour. Under my polo pajamas, face getting ran, gotta watch for the cameras. Before you get freaky, can't with no random these sneaky. If police come action, then you never see me. The ghetto will trap you, but I love it. Yeah, I love it. In the ghetto, I'm a Martian, crash landing. In them dirty apartments, stay shiny. I'll forever be the hardest, big time. Like New Orleans, real shine. Like the criminal, yeah. City in the ghetto, I'm a soldier. Where they at? Where they at?
Oh, we need nobody else but God. That's all we need, you understand what I'm saying? Everybody else is sour, you know what I'm saying? Everybody, family, turn your back on you, everything, you know what I'm talking about? But you know one thing, you got a soldier like me, I'm gonna stay solid, baby, to the bone, bro, so you know me. You understand what I'm saying? Off the top. Yeah.
I don't need your flowers, I'm living. First time I seen $1 million, I squinted. Bro, give me a pack to help me hustle. Came a long way from the project building. That's where Granny went when she left Louisiana, trying to dodge Jim Crow. But you can't escape the master stained glass windows. Got my vision from the past, I'm probably finna go to hell. But it don't matter, seeing heaven on earth. No, I could've been up on the shirt. If I ain't get my together, go to work. I've been hitting the licks since flip verse flirts. Riding like witchcraft, finding beauty in the darkness like Rembrandt. Everybody gang till it get bad. Do you hear me? The ghetto was a mismatch. You ain't never finna win that. Nah. In the ghetto, I'm a Martian, crash landing. In them dirty apartments, stay shiny. I'll forever be the hardest, big time. Like New Orleans, real shine. Like the criminal, yeah. City in the ghetto, I'm a soldier. Where they at? Where they at? In the ghetto, I'm a Martian, crash landing. In them dirty apartments, stay shiny. I'll forever be the hardest, big time. Like New Orleans, real shine. Like the criminal, yeah. City in the ghetto, I'm a soldier. Where they at? Where they at?
Yeah, thinking that it happened overnight, it didn't. In it for the long haul flight, committed. Wanted me to fail out of spite, I didn't. All bark but they don't bite, they timid. Thinking that it happened overnight, but it didn't. In it for the long haul flight, I'm committed. Wanted me to fail out of spite, but I didn't. All bark but they don't bite, cause I'm timid. Look, hey. I got people trying to wish and pray that I'ma fall about it, all about it till we spoke in person. Don't wanna talk about it now, huh? Oh, you sound tough, toying with them, don't get wound up. How you wound up? Another number in the round up. Put the town up, I built this thing up from the ground up. And if I bounce up, I get my crown stuck. Green light go, got the east side flow. I'm a giant in the space like C25u77iiokjmm6. All the kids sing along like E-I-O. Every time when they see my show, thinking that it happened overnight, yeah, it didn't. In it for the long haul flight, committed. Wanted me to fail out of spite, I didn't. All bark but they don't bite, they timid. Thinking that it happened overnight, but it didn't. In it for the long haul flight, I'm committed. Wanted me to fail out of spite, but I didn't. All bark but they don't bite, cause I'm timid. Look, hey.
Esto es talento y favor and you got no skill.
couldn't be me. Pa' mi frequency, te frequently matando esto con sabor y efficiency. No gasto tiempo, waste no time, not my money. Boss baby, CEO del LLC, lo tengo en un pánico. Dale rápido, quiero crecer y dar más fruto, algo botánico. Lo hice bien orgánico, tomé el maquinón. Voy subiendo como espuma y tú bajando bien titánico. Out my way, I ain't built this in a day, but you know I'm here now to stay. I'm hungry, boy, I'm not here to play.
Thinking that it happened overnight. In it for the long haul flight. Committed. Wanted me to fail out of spite. I didn't. All bark, but they don't bite. They timid. Thinking that it happened overnight, but it didn't. In it for the long haul flight. I'm committed. Wanted me to fail out of spite, but I didn't. All bark, but they don't bite, cause they timid. Look, wait.
Shooting my shot like, ayy. Hit the red dot like, ayy. Finger on the like, ayy, 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 ayy. Shooting my shot like, ayy. Hit the red dot like, ayy. Their spot like, ayy, 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 ayy. I gotta get it, man. Shout out, I'm fully committed like, ayy. I studied the target, I'm never gonna miss it. I call that precision like, ayy. Shooting my shot like, ayy. Hit the red dot like, ayy. Finger on the like, ayy, 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 ayy. Grandma was in A, auntie was in it, ayy. Mama had AAA, I wasn't scared to crash anyone anyway. I ride a shoddy while bro had to get away. I gotta penetrate, I gotta generate. I got like 20 some years to my hood, now I gotta go live away. I'm out of town, but I'm not on the getaway. I spin a giveaway. You mean I'm the generous king for real? I'm the sleep, then I light up the street, got feeling like Billie Jean for real. I'm from the M, I got M's in the bank and M's in all my streams for real. Feeling like Phil, they be living like Carlson if I leave him in the wheel. Shooting my shot like, ayy. Hit the red dot like, ayy. Finger on the like, ayy, 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 ayy. Shooting my shot like, ayy. Hit the red dot like, ayy. Their spot like, ayy, 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 ayy. I gotta get it, man. Shout out, I'm fully committed like, ayy. I studied the target, I'm never gonna miss it. I call that precision like, ayy. Shooting my shot like, ayy. Hit the red dot like, ayy. Finger on the like, ayy, 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 ayy. Baby, I'm loving it. I think I'm ready for kids. She said when to stop trying to in her face. That makes sense. I'm going up past LA Brent. I'm going off no fail, say switch. Yeah, me and my team go back like plastic cup boys on some tailgate. Okay, look, all eyes on me. I feel like I'm Truman. No, we finna win it, cause I'm about to lose it. I don't give a computers disputing. I go off a field, no heads, just shooting. I die for my team, I'm the coach, I'm recruiting. I'm spending my time and I'm saving the day. I feel like a mutant, I'm built like a student. I'm feeling bilingual, cause I'm in Nigeria, rocking the Cubans. My life is a highlight reel that I keep on looping. You can't just tell me, you gotta prove it. Stealing, their first name is Lupin. I'm hitting harder than Ayuk, and they sending shots, but somehow I just juke it. Hitting my desk, I'm B.I.G., you know I can't forget that I do it. Shooting my shot like, ayy. Hit the red dot like, ayy. Finger on the like, ayy, 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 ayy. Shooting my shot like, ayy. Hit the red dot like, ayy. Their spot like, ayy, 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 ayy. I gotta get it, man. Shout out, I'm fully committed like, ayy. I studied the target, I'm never gonna miss it. I call that precision like, ayy. Shooting my shot like, ayy. Hit the red dot like, ayy. Finger on the like, ayy, 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 ayy.
Yeah, I'm one in a million. All right now. Since birth, I've been shooting from handles like a vandal at night. You can't grab it. Fire underneath my hood is outstanding. Blast through a wall of bricks like Superman did. Ain't nothing holding me back but me standing. So I'ma take off right now from this planet. The new sound has been found in yo. I don't know what you've been told, but I ain't gonna stop till I break the mold. You see, I'm born in a million. I wanna rise in the ceiling, yes I do. I think it's time to see a brand new menu. I said I want it. One in a million. Yeah, one in a million. Yeah, one in a million. All right now. You with me?
Open up the rhyme book and read the composition. I can truly give about the competition. I'm in another atmosphere, I'm on another mission. Yeah, you know that boy Logic put pen to page like a petition. You always switching up your whole position. I can see it in your face like an esthetician. Food for thought, it's the highest caliber nutrition. Everything come out my mouth, that's my own cognition. I got out the hood, then got money in addition. I remember when that boy ain't had no pot to. They wouldn't let me in, so I never asked permission. Tours like a war, I'm getting minimum 5 mil permission. Hit the ignition and beat the emission. Like a clinician more than a musician. My flow rare like a first edition. Report for dismission. Everything I ever thought of, it came to fruition. King of the transition. We never switch and peep the acquisition, no omission. Your lyrics dry it in the prepare for collision. Then the satellite that's on an orbiting mission.
I remember we didn't